Today we are making some homemade hot buttermilk biscuits along with the jalapeno pineapple jam, baby. It's about to go down. Nothing like some hot buttermilk biscuits straight out of the oven, slathered with butter. And then to cap it off, you make your own homemade jam. Just jazzes it up and gives you some legitimacy in the kitchen. But we're gonna first start off with our homemade jam. Five jalapeno peppers, quarter teaspoon of salt, 3 cups of white sugar, 3/4 cups of apple cider vinegar, 1 red bell pepper, about 1/4 of a fresh pineapple, fresh basil leaves, and 1 pouch of liquid fruit pectin. And the first thing that we're gonna do, guys, we're gonna take the tops off of all of our peppers, jalapeno, as well as the red pepper, the red bell pepper. Just cut all these off. We're gonna start chopping down these jalapenos, rough chop them, because we're gonna put these in our blender along with that 1/4 of a fresh pineapple, red pepper as well. And we're gonna blend everything really well and get ready to put it on the stove. And now we're gonna add our pepper, pineapple mixture, along with our sugar, 3 cups, as well as our salt. We totally incorporate all of the white sugar along with our pepper pineapple mixture. Then we add our vinegar. And I've already added our fresh basil. We're gonna let this boil about 10 minutes. And this is what it looks like when it starts boiling. You definitely wanna stir this often. And this is very hot due to the sugar. You don't want it to stick to the bottom of the pan. So almost been 10 minutes. And then we're gonna add our liquid fruit pectin, and that's what's going to cause it to gel, guys. That's what gives you the gel factor and brings it together to make a nice jam. It's vegan as well. No animal products. See that? All from the fruit. This is our pectin. Just a pouch of it. Stir and boil for 1 more minute and we take it off the heat. We took our mixture off the heat and I'm going to carefully ladle this in my mason jar. Fill this puppy up. Very hot, so be careful. And we're going to let this sit in an ice bath for about 10 minutes or so. And then from there, we're going to let it sit in the refrigerator overnight. And come morning time, voila, fresh jalapeno pineapple jam. Our jalapeno pineapple jam turned out absolutely yummy looking. And now we're going to move on to our homemade buttermilk biscuits. 6 tablespoons of cold butter, 2 cups of flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 cup of buttermilk, and 1 cup of sharp white cheddar cheese. It is very important that you start off with cold butter, guys. I just got this out of the freezer, and I'm going to grate the 6 tablespoons of butter. Just grate it down, nice and easy. That way I don't have to have my hands on it as much. I don't want the warmth of my hands to disturb and get the butter not as cold as I would like for our recipe. We're gonna add our flour. This is really easy too, guys. Baking powder. We're gonna add our sugar and salt and about 1 cup of that white cheddar. We're just gonna move everything around gently, incorporate everything really good. These are our dry ingredients, and you don't really want to work it too much once we put the buttermilk in, but we're just going to get everything incorporated really good, all of our butter. And I could take a pastry cutter and do this, but since I grated the butter, it's going to incorporate really good, and it's about the size that I want. Cold butter is paramount with this recipe, with all biscuit recipes, because you want your biscuits to rise and be nice and fluffy. Now I'm going to make a little well in the middle and start to slowly add our buttermilk. I'm just going to slowly incorporate it. A little more. It's going to get a little pasty because you don't want to overwork this dough, guys. That's for real. Just dump it all in now. I'm just going to move this around. Make a nice dough. And in a little bit, once I get this formed into the ball that I want, I'm going to show you the secret to really flaky biscuits. And before we put our dough onto our board, we're going to spread a little flour out so it won't be sticky. And you're not going to work it too much. We're going to pat it out a little bit. Now here's the secret, guys. And this is moist. We're going to fold it and pat it again. And my hands are warm, so we're going to not touch it too much with our hands as least as possible. Do a couple of folds. And it's not too much. Trust me, guys. It's starting to get a little pasty. I'm going to take a little bit of flour so it won't be so sticky. We're going to fold it again. A little bit of flour. And now we're going to pat it out. Now we're going to start off, we're going to start making our biscuits. There's one. There's two. Go for a third. Just gonna form this back. Press it back out. And as you guys see, I don't have a biscuit cutter. So I'm just making do. This will be our last one. One more little meat. We're going to butter our baking pan, and then we're going to put our biscuits on and bake them at about 425 degrees for 12 to 15 minutes. And these babies are going to puff up really nice and pretty for us. You could have went smaller biscuits and made more biscuits, but I like kind of big fluffy ones.
these biscuits look absolutely amazing. Nice and golden brown, and look on the bottom. Beautiful, beautiful color. I'm gonna put some of this jam on here. Shucks. Really, honey? You think you're from the South, don't you? Goodness, these are so good. Wow, so flaky, and how did you do that? And this jam, I was so worried about all those jalapeños he was using. Not spicy, just got a little kick to it, and it's sweet from the pineapples and the sugar, just balancing it all out. This, so good. And that cheese in here, perfect. Gosh, you will never want to buy store-bought biscuits anymore after trying these. So from my family to yours, you better get on this.